Hey there, viewers, a Transformers fan or Charlie Young back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Airachnid. So, Airachnid here does actually appear in Transformers 1. In fact, I think this was one of the main talking points when the trailers was being shown. Aside from how weird the first trailer was, I think that's why TF1 kind of did not so great, but still, the fact that Airachnid, a character from Prime, appeared in a freaking film, that's honestly pretty cool. So, yeah. And she was a pretty major character in it, because she was like the second in command to Sentinel Prime. So, yeah. But now for the box. So, of course, we've got the new Stellar Studio Series box. So, of course, got Airachnid here in both modes. Got that weird, like, drone mode, I guess. Well, the box is saying it's a drone, so... Yeah, Transformers 1. Airachnid. Although I don't think she was a Decepticon in the film. Even when D16 became Megatron and formed the Decepticons, I don't think there was a scene of her joining him. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's an error. She's just not a Decepticon in TF1. But yeah, we've got a picture of her face. This side we have more of the artwork. The back got her in both modes. Got a picture of her in the film. And it says what she does. So yeah. That's pretty much it for the box. And well, for the figure itself, well, yeah, she transforms into this weird, like, drone thing, which, okay. I mean, in Prime, she was basically a helicopter, so I guess this is like a Cybertronian version of that. Sure. But the way that this transforms into this mode is actually fairly complex, which we'll see in the transformation soon, but anyway, looking at the details, of course, we can see like the little propellers here. Like, these ones don't spin. And unfortunately, on my copy, one of these bits is kind of loose. Yeah, I'm sure I can tighten that, but We've got the main propeller here, and that does spin. Does kind of hit, like, the outer ring here, but that does still spin, which is pretty cool. Got this front bit, which could be like a cannon, I guess. Like, huge orbital cannon. It's kind of giving me a Preston Mark II vibes from GTA Online, but And like underneath, not really much to talk about. We've got some like bits up at stand. Just have her arms right there. So yeah. Like, this is accurate to the film. I'm fairly certain she did transform into this. So yeah. And of course, for the accessories, we get these two guns. And from the looks of it, the tips are painted. Yeah, they're painted like a little gunmetal color, which is pretty nice. Like, it's kind of rare to see guns get painted. Normally they're just like one solid color. So, yeah. Although, yeah, from the looks of it, nope. No plastic compatibility, unfortunately, which is probably for the best because it would chip the paint anyway. But anyway, for storage, we got these little ports here, which these plug into. But yeah, the pegs are kind of short. So it's kind of fiddly to get these on. And that's another thing. These peg onto here, but it's kind of a fiddly connection. Because, of course, the arms also plug into themselves, so it's kind of not that great a connection. Especially because now I can't even get it plugged back in. There we go. So yeah, I've got these guns here at the front, and honestly, they do look pretty nice. Now, we do have some gunners, like, built in, but they're kind of obscured, so... But yeah, overall, I think this is a really nice looking vehicle mode. Like, yeah, these bits do untab kind of easily, but still, I think this is a really nice looking vehicle mode. Oops. Yeah, I really like the propeller on this. So, yeah. So, normally this is where I do a comparison, but one, I don't have Prime Airachnid because apparently that figure's a pile of crap. And two, honestly, I can't think of any other figures to put this with. I could put it with like a Lita or a Sentinel Prime, but normally I just put figures with, you know, either recolors or previous versions of the character, so let's just move on to the transformation. So, start, I'm just going to take the guns off. I'll just set those off to the side. Now, the transformation, well, if this isn't flopping about, the transformation is actually kind of complex. Like, it's not fiddly, well, it can be fiddly, but it's not difficult. Like, once you memorize how everything goes, it can be managed. It's just, things are kind of fiddly. So if I can try and tilt this up. Come on, there we go. So, now I can untap the arms from these bits, which, believe it or not, these are bits of the thigh. I'm being serious here. So untap all of this. Move these down. Spin these around on the ball joints. And yeah, they just fill in the thigh here. Then with the legs. I'm just trying to remember how these go. Yeah, there we go. So this fills in this. There we go. And then you untap these bits. So we've got like a little Bayonetta shoes. Then we can bring the arms out. But that's pretty much the main body done. Let's try to tackle the propeller, because, oh boy, this is another story. So let's try and fold up the actual rotors here, which, there we go. Next we'll split this. And then this untabs from here. All this will untab and move down, but got these bits here which will unpeg from each other, from here and up there. And you want to try and extend them out, like so they're kind of like spider legs. Because, you know, she does sort of have a spider theme to her. So we've got that going on. Now we can try and move this to the back. You can try and move these down as like back legs. These can move up and these can be orientated how you want. The propeller, we'll just move down. Try and tuck it between these two legs here. There we go. With these bits, I like to just fold them up, which is kind of tricky to do on camera. So just hang on. There we go. I'll have it like that. Just so when I put her back on the shelf, she's not going to be taking up loads of space. Again, try and orientate the back legs here. With the arms, we're just going to butterfly joint them in. We can open up the sides here. Flip these gunners in, and just before... Can these... Okay, so these gunners do take blast effects. But that doesn't matter now because we have to fold them in to get the hands out. So open the side, flip the gunner in, get the hand out. Finally, open the chest. Get the head up. And just, again, orientate these how you wish. And now it's just a matter of moving things around in a way that works for you. And here we have Airachnid in robot mode. And honestly, that transformation is kind of fun. Like, it can be kind of fiddly, but I do like it. It's just... Why is she a deluxe? Because keep in mind, if I remember correctly, in the film she was like, what, same size, maybe a bit bigger than Sentinel, so maybe she should have been like a Voyager. Hell, maybe make her a leader just so she has like the size of a Voyager, but enough engineering to make all the legs work, although then you have to pay like, what, 50 something quid for her, so maybe not. Maybe Voyager's enough. But hey, they did what they could with a deluxe budget, and honestly, I think it kind of works. Because, like, she's got multiple legs, she's got these ones, which I think those are the ones that she used to, like, attack multiple times in the film, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. My throat not working there. And of course, we can do a 360. Like, these are generally acting as, like, additional legs. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the head doesn't really open up to show, like, tons of eyes, which... Like, for me, that's a good thing, because I hated that scene. Freaking tryptophobic scene. You know, like, it's like the scene where she's with Orion Pax and her, like, the head opens up and she's all, I see everything! Like, that scene generally made me jump. Like, seriously. So, good thing that they didn't include it, but one thing I kind of wish they included, if we look at the head, which might be a bit tricky to do. Odd. Actually, I take back that statement, because they actually did paint the multiple eyes on the side there. That's something I've not noticed until now. That's a really good attention to detail. So yeah, if you look closely, you can see there's bits of blue on the side here. That's meant to be like the additional eyes that she can use to see a bit further, which I think that's a really good attention to detail. Like, I generally did not notice that until now. So, yeah, that's really cool. And of course, the guns, like, these can go in the side or if you can't hold them. But honestly, I think what I'm gonna do is, like, until filming this, I had them on the side. Like, I had her holding them, but she kind of looks doofy holding them, to be honest. I'm just gonna keep them as, like, side weapons. Although, again, these are a pain in the bloody arse to plug in. There we go. So, yeah. And of course, you can still flip the handguns around if you really want to. Although, I don't think she did that in the film. But yeah, this does look pretty good. And of course, for the articulation, head can look around. It's on a ball joint, so she can look up and down. Arm can move. It's on a ball joint. Speaking of ball joints, but anyway, we've got a butterfly joint here, as you saw earlier. There we go. So arms can hypothetically go back. Maybe not. But yeah, she can sort of T-pose. These are on ball joints, as you saw, so she does have elbows, which can swivel. Hands can't really do anything aside from, like, flip around. Waist, I don't think there's anything. She can kick forward. Can't really kick back that far. Good knee. Can't really do the splits that far, unfortunately. Bit of swivel there at the thigh. Bit of additional knee. Like, because she has, like, the Starscream style legs, she can pretty much do this, although there's no ankle, but oh well. And for the back legs, there's like a joint here, and a joint here, here, and here for, like, these arms, I guess. So yeah, you can get her into some cool poses. Plus, these can act as supports. So, I know I said I normally don't put these with other figures, but why not? Here's Sentinel. And yes, I did transform him back to his, like, normal robot mode. Because this is how the duo was normally seen in the film. I don't think... Yeah, like, when Sentinel Prime was in his, like, battle mode, I think Airachnid was somewhere else. Like, I think she was fighting Alita, if I remember correctly. But yeah, these two do look pretty good together. Just need a Darkwing now. But hey, who knows when that's gonna happen. So, yeah. Oh, damn it, he fell over. But well, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this figure. So, complaints. Well, for one, here's a nitpick. I already said this earlier, but I wish she was a Voyager. I think other people have said this, but again, if she was a bit bigger, maybe they could have done the budget and made her a bit, like, better looking. But for what they did, I think they did a pretty decent job. But for actual physical complaints, for one, you can kind of see how the arms collide with the thighs here. That's kind of awkward, in my opinion. I mean, how the thighs can kind of go, like, really high up, but I think it's accurate to how she looks in the film. You know, her design's kind of like a spider robot thing. Like, more literal than Black Airachnid, for example. Also, as I mentioned in vehicle mode, when she's in the drone mode, these bits are meant to plug into, like, the arms. They don't really do that too well. Another complaint, you saw this earlier. It's really easy to accidentally, you know. So, I can foresee, like, noticing this figure on the secondary market years from now where she's missing one or two of the arms. Hell, I can see her missing, like, these bits as well. Maybe these bits. Like, this is a figure that I can see missing a lot of parts in the future on the secondary market. So, yeah. But still, I honestly do think that this is a pretty nice figure compared to, well, let's just say Elite 1 wasn't really the greatest. Like, this is an improvement, but this isn't the best Studio Series TF1 figure in my opinion. Like, it's still really great, just not the best in my opinion, but I still really like her. I like the drone mode, I like the transformation, I like how she looks in robot mode. I think this is a really decent figure. Would I recommend her? Honestly, well, that's actually hard to say because you might not be a fan of how kibbly she is. Like, of course, this kibble's intentional, but you might not like the transformation, for example. So, I'd say, like, if you like the character, which I like. Oh, god damn it, my throat just stopped working there. But if you like the character, then absolutely. If you like this figure, like from watching reviews and all that, then go ahead. But obviously, I don't think this is going to be for everyone. But for me, I think this is a really cool figure. So, yeah. So, this has been my review on Studio Series Airachnid. And this is a Transformers fan signing off.